Every time a commercial aircraft pushes back from the gate, a licensed engineer has put their name on a document saying it is safe to fly. That engineer went through one of the most demanding technical certification pathways in aviation. Not a quick course, not an online exam. A structured, regulated, examined pathway that takes years. And most people who want to become an AME have no idea what that pathway actually looks like. I am a licensed aircraft maintenance engineer. I have been through that pathway. And here's what most people get wrong before they even start. They underestimate the structure. They underestimate the time. And they underestimate what the license actually means once they have it. In this video, I am going to show you exactly what the pathway looks like, step by step, from the beginning, including the part that nobody else talks about. In Europe and many parts of the world outside the United States, aircraft maintenance engineers are licensed under EASA Part 66. The Part 66 license is issued by a national civil aviation authority. It is not a qualification. It is not a certificate. It is a legal authorization to certify aircraft as airworthy. The license has categories. Category A, Line Maintenance Certifying Mechanic. Category B1, Systems and Structures. Mechanical, Category B2, Avionics, Electrical and Electronic Systems. Category B3, Piston Engine Aircraft. Category C, Base Maintenance Certification. One important distinction on Category C. A CAT. C engineer does not certify the physical work performed on the aircraft. That is the job of the B1 and B2 engineers who carried it out. Cat C certifies that the work was completed in accordance with the correct documentation, the customer work order, and the applicable maintenance standards. It is a certification of compliance, not a certification of execution. Each category defines exactly what you are legally authorized to certify. Nothing outside that scope. Nothing assumed. The first requirement for a Part 66 license is knowledge, demonstrated through written examinations. EASA. Part 66 covers 17 subject modules: mathematics, physics, electrical fundamentals, digital techniques, materials and hardware, maintenance practices, aerodynamics, human factors, aviation legislation, and system-specific modules depending on your category. Every module is examined. The pass mark is 75%. There are no shortcuts through the knowledge requirement. The examinations are predominantly multiple choice, but do not let that mislead you. The questions are technically demanding and scenario-based. You cannot pass them by memorizing answers. You need to understand the engineering. Some modules also require written essays on specific technical topics, demonstrating not just knowledge, but the ability to apply it. Some candidates take individual modules multiple times before passing. The knowledge base the exams are built on is the foundation of everything that follows. If the foundation is weak, the license will show it. Knowledge alone does not get you a license. You need experience. Documented, verified, signed by a licensed engineer. For a Category B1 license, a minimum of 3 years of practical maintenance experience. For Category B2, 3 years. For Category C, 5 years if you hold a B license. 8 years without. These are minimum requirements, not targets, not averages. Minimums. The experience must be gained on aircraft or components. In an approved maintenance organization, a Part 145 approved organization. Every task you perform is logged. Every system you work on is recorded. Your experience record is a legal document. When you apply for your license, the authority reviews that record. If the experience is not there, the license is not issued. No exceptions. In recent years, investigations across Europe uncovered cases where candidates obtained license documentation through fraudulent means. Payments made to training organizations. Examinations not properly conducted. Experience records falsified. When the authorities investigated, every fraudulent license was revoked. Legal proceedings followed. Careers ended before they began. The system is designed to find this. It always does. Do it the right way the first time, because 300 people on every flight are trusting that your name on that document means something. Passing the module exams and completing your experience gets you a basic Part 66 license. But a basic license does not authorize you to certify a specific aircraft type. For that, you need a type rating. A type rating is an additional qualification specific to one aircraft type. a Boeing 737, an Airbus A320, an Embraer 190. Each one is a separate training course and examination. You pass the course. The knowledge is confirmed, but that is not enough to put the type on your license. After the type course comes on-the-job training. OJT, approximately 6 months of supervised practical experience on that specific aircraft type. During OJT, specific tasks must be completed and signed off by a licensed engineer. Line inspections, system checks, component replacements, defect rectification, the full range of maintenance tasks relevant to that aircraft type. Only when the OJT is complete and all required tasks are signed off does the type endorsement go onto your license. The course proves you have the knowledge. The OJT proves you can apply it. Here's the part nobody tells you. Even with a full Part 66 license, even with a type rating endorsed on it, you still cannot sign anything. Not a single technical log entry, not a single maintenance release, until your employer issues you a company authorization. The company authorization is issued by your Part 145 approved organization. It specifies exactly which aircraft types you are authorized to certify within that company. To receive it, you must pass a formal competency assessment conducted by your line manager and quality manager. They assess your technical knowledge, your practical capability, your understanding of the company procedures. Only when they are satisfied does the company authorization get issued. Only then do you receive your stamp. Only then can you sign. And even after that, you must maintain recency. 6 months of active maintenance work within every 2-year period. If your recency lapses, your signing authority lapses with it. The company authorization is not a formality, it is the final gate. If you are based in the United States, the pathway is different. The FAA does not use the EASA module structure. There are no Part 66 categories. The FAA issues an airframe and power plant certificate, the A&P license. The knowledge, oral, and practical examinations are structured differently. The experience requirements follow a different framework, but the principle is the same across every regulatory system. Knowledge, experience, examination, certification. The standard exists for the same reason everywhere, because the aircraft does not know which regulatory system signed the engineer off. The pathway to becoming a licensed AME is structured, demanding, and non-negotiable. 17 subject modules, years of documented experience, type rating training, OJT company authorization. Every step examined, every step certified, every step building toward one outcome: the legal authority to certify an aircraft as airworthy. The standard exists because the consequence of failure is absolute. An engineer who does not know the systems will miss something. An engineer who has not done the time will not recognize what wrong looks like. An engineer who bypassed the process will be found. The pathway is not designed to be difficult for its own sake. It is designed to produce engineers who are genuinely competent. Because competence in this industry is not optional, it is the minimum. I went through every step of this pathway. Every exam, every hour of experience, every type rating, every OJT task, every competency assessment. And I can tell you this, the day you receive your company authorization and hold your stamp for the first time is not the finish line. It is the starting point. The license authorizes you to certify. Experience teaches you how to do it well. The license is just the beginning. The license is just the beginning. If you want to understand what's actually happening every time you fly, subscribe. See you in the next one.